everybody, welcome to another edition of Adult Storytime. This week's Storytime, we're going to talk about a trope in picture books that is becoming more and more popular, and that is the trope of the narrator being a character and the characters in the book realizing that they're in a book. So breaking the fourth wall, but in a very specific way. Mo Willems does this in his Elephant and Piggy series. There's a book called The Panda Problem by Deborah Underwood, where the panda creates problems in order to help the narrator write the story. And the book we're reading is called Snappsy the Alligator by Julie Falatko and illustrated by Tim Miller. And this is a series, I think there are a couple of books I want to say. So this one is Snappsy the Alligator did not ask to be in this book. And you have to say it like that. Okay, ready? So here's Snappsy. Snappsy has a lot of hobbies. Okay. Here we go. Snappsy the alligator wasn't feeling like himself. His feet felt draggy, his skin felt baggy, his tail wouldn't swish this way and that. And worst of all, his big jaw wouldn't snap. This is terrible. I'm just hungry. Why is this rude narrator trying to make it seem like I need a nap? So Snappsy went off in search for food. He walked along the edge of the pond. He scooted up the tall hill. He shimmied through the forest. You're an awful narrator. You're just describing what you see in the illustrations. Well, Snappsy, the big, mean alligator, kept looking for food. He liked to eat tiny, defenseless birds and soft, fuzzy bunnies. He prowled through the forest looking for victims when he came to it's a store. A grocery store. It's where I buy food. That's your story, Snappsy? Snappsy looked hungrily at the shoppers while loading his cart with pudding, peanut butter, pita bread, and popcorn. Yes, Snappsy the alligator was particularly fond of a certain letter of the alphabet. I don't eat food that only starts with the letter P. You don't have to go making it seem like I only buy storybook food. I'm also buying cheddar, apples, pretzels, pasta, pears. Aha! Okay, it's just a coincidence. Snappsy, the big, mean, hungry alligator who only liked food that started with the letter P, carried his groceries back through the forest, back down the hill, back around the pond until he got to a surprisingly lopsided shack. Oh, you are really cheesing me off. It's my house. I built it myself. I can tell. That was the garbage truck. Snappsy the alligator took his groceries into his splinter-laden shed and slammed the door quite hard. He was inside. He was still inside. What is he doing in there? Was he making crafty plans? Was he roasting innocent forest creatures that he had already stored in his freezer? Had he fallen asleep? I made a peanut butter sandwich. Now I'm reading a book. Well, you have to come out. The story is really boring now. If you must know, I'm planning a party. Snappsy the alligator, trying to better his reputation with the other animals, decided to throw a party. Snappsy vacuumed the rug. He made goodie bags for his guests. Wait, those aren't goodie bags. He's just taking out the garbage. Snappsy, you should really put out the goodie bags for your guests. They love those. I do love a good goodie bag. I'll admit that. You know what? I did not ask to be in this book. I was just having a normal day, and suddenly you were talking about what I was doing. So I'm throwing a party to make things more interesting. I hope you're happy. Now I just want you to buzz off. Snappsy snapped. Thank you. Okay, fine. Go ahead. I can hear you breathing. Snappsy's party was shaping up to be quite a festive event. Colorful streamers hung from the ceiling. There were cubes of cheese and a bowl of punch. Some kind of danceable music was playing. Then Snappsy's friends started to arrive. They were laughing and dancing. They weren't hungry or thirsty. Yeah, they looked like they were having a really good time. Yes, a fine time indeed. Do you notice someone who's not at the party? Maybe someone in a window? Oh, all right, you can come in. Oh my gosh, me? The humble narrator? Well, I don't know. Let me check my calendar. I suppose I could come in for an hour or two. Someone has to demonstrate the proper dance steps. So the narrator was the chicken the whole time. All the important guests had finally arrived, and while Snappsy's sharp teeth were still glinting menacingly, he was actually a lovely host. Does anyone want pudding? Aha! Because pudding is really great. And we all ate pudding and did the chicken dance. We were really looking forward to Snappsy throwing parties like this every week. Hey! The end. So that was Snappsy the Alligator did not ask to be in this book. And you have to say the second part just like that. Through gritted teeth. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed Snappsy. I hope it brought you a little bit of joy. And I hope to see you next time for Adult Storytime. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!